June 5th has a special place in NBA lore. That's when Michael did the switching hands in midair, iconic shot in the 91 finals. He would win his first finals MVP a week later. Game 7 of the 94 Eastern Conference Finals. Patrick Ewing, 24 points, 22 boards as they beat the Pacers at MSG, sending the Knicks to the finals for the first time since 1973. And on this date in 08, it's the Paul Pierce game. Game 1 of the finals, he left in a wheelchair. Would he ever be able to walk again? Yes, in fact, later that night, he was back on the floor, helping the Celtics get a win and move to their first NBA title since 1986. So what's going to happen on June 5th, 2019? Well, we're 2 games in, and these finals are nuts. The Warriors broke serve in Toronto, but at what cost? 5 key players have dealt with injuries. KD's still out. Kevon Looney out for the rest of the series. Klay questionable tonight. Boogie is back. Iguodala's been playing with a bad calf. Caesars has the Warriors, however, 4.5-point favorites tonight at home.
Raptors like Rodney Dangerfield, I can't get no respect. So ahead of a pivotal Game 3 tonight, Brian Windhorst with us from Oakland. We just saw David kind of run down all the injuries that the Warriors are dealing with. But what are you hearing about Klay's status? And should the Warriors not have him? How are they going to game plan?
Yeah, so it's a real thing. It's a real game time decision. If the game was yesterday, Klay would not have been able to play. So he's really going to have to, use whatever they're giving him to get that numbed up. And he's just going to see how he can run. And that's what's going to happen tonight. The Raptors are really going to focus on seeing how he can run if he does play. But they're not going to probably know until very close to game time because they just have to see how it reacts. He wasn't running yesterday. He was just shooting. So tonight will be when the running happens, and that's when the decision will go down.
And we heard Steve Kerr allude to it, as well, that if Klay can't go, he really, really must be banged up because that guy's willing to play through almost anything. It stands to reason that if you've got or if you're facing, a Warriors team where 2 of their best defenders are a little bit banged up, you're going to try to take advantage. What are you hearing how the Raptors are going to do exactly that?
Yeah, so the Warriors have had to shelve their defensive game plan against Kawhi, which got him to just 14 shots in Game 1 because they've got to play big guys now because their perimeter players are run down and Kevon Looney is out. That means a lot more time for DeMarcus Cousins, a lot more time for Andrew Bogut. And when those 2 guys are out on the floor, it's almost impossible to double Kawhi Leonard. The Raptors will put those guys in the pick and rolls. So that really effective defense that held Kawhi to just 23 points in Game 1 was already eroding in Game 2. Kawhi had 34. I know they got the victory, but look for Kawhi to be super aggressive against those slower players or hobbled players. Remember, Iguodala not 100% either, even if Klay Thompson plays.
We saw the Raptors employ that box and 1 down the stretch in Game 2, so I'm petty, but I would love if maybe the Warriors at some point did the exact same thing to Kawhi. See if they can return the favor and go straight middle school AAU team on him. Brian Windhorst joining us from Oakland.
Your pettiness is famous, Elle.
It is. I'm extremely petty and proud of it as well. Thanks, Wendy.
Sports Center on the Road is presented by Rocket Mortgage.